Well, I'm here at IRC 2017 today with Barbara Cichello, Marketing Director of PFS. We're here as part of a conversation that we've been having around how we see retail developing in the future. Barbara, we identified some trends in the white paper that we co-authored together with you, and we saw some interesting ideas come out about the next generation consumer, about the use of robotics. What particularly struck you about some of the ideas that came out?
Well, I found very interesting in our conversation the customer centricity, and something that, for example, was very striking because it was actually customer-led was, for example, visual search introduced by ASOS. I think that was incredibly useful because consumers usually do not go just for the same things, they want to discover. And this obviously was adding an element of discovery, fun and interest to a usually very transactional activity, which is looking for items on the internet.
Mm-hmm. And it was useful to be able to get in ahead of the January rush, I think, to do this in September so that we could talk about trends that are upcoming, because these aren't just flash in the pan trends, are they? These are real changes in the way that people are shopping and the way that retailers are serving them.
Absolutely. I think all of us in October, November start getting very busy with planning and budgets, and usually the new trends are disclosed in January. And I think the fact that we start the conversation now is going to help actually with the planning and have people ready to hit January on the right foot. I think the four trends that we have been discussing that are obviously customer centricity, the new customer, which is the new generations actually, millennial, Generation Z, you name it, and the rise of machines, so artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, machine learning, plus the entrance of brands into sell directly to consumers are all very relevant trends. Now, as you said, obviously these trends evolve. They are not a one-off and sometimes they just dissolve, but these four are very relevant because they are intertwined and they are definitely gonna, I would say, take better shape in 2018.
Mm-hmm. So do you have any early thoughts about how the trends we might be talking about next year?
Oh, well, I think there is going to be for sure a progress when it comes to developing organizational changes around customer centricity. Because as we have seen, thinking with the customer at the heart of your business is not an automatic thing. So it requires an internal organizational change and a mindset and a way of doing business. So because also requires investments and changes within the organization, it's something that people and companies need to put at the heart of their planning and strategy. And I think it's becoming more and more crucial. Companies, for example, like Marks & Spencer's or Next, you can really see that they have the customer at heart and the experiences that they deliver are really appreciated and generate, loyalty because they're based on an insight.
So this is all part of a conversation that we've started in our white paper, which is published this September. It's called Driving Forces, the Trends that are Redefining Retail. We've opened the conversation in that. It's available to download at www.internetretailing.net. And we'd also love to hear from all of you as we develop this conversation this year and in years to come. Barbara, thank you very much for joining us here today at IRC 2017.
Thank you for having me.